How's it? It is the 14th of May, and I hereby declare it officially winter in Gauteng, South Africa. The sun is now out, and we are approaching 20 degrees centigrade, so we'd like winter here in South Africa. It's actually not that bad. Well, it's day 7,239, I believe, of lockdown in South Africa. Still can't buy cigarettes, still can't buy alcohol. Well, can't buy cigarettes legally, can't buy alcohol at all. So I'm making pineapple beer and I'm making apple beer and got a pipe. So yeah, carrying on. I do have to say thank you to Cyril for the lockdown because I have actually been more physically active than before the lockdown. So basically, what I'm doing is sitting on my ass watching YouTube or reading my book, and then I do 18 squats, then I do nothing, then I do 18 push-ups, then I do nothing, then I do 18 leg ups, then I do nothing, then I do 18 knee raises, then I do nothing, then I do 18 I don't know what you call them, but calf raises, then I do nothing and start the whole series around again. So I'm actually in better physical shape now than I was before lockdown because I can't do all the unhealthy things that I am doing all the unhealthy things I was doing anyway, but I'm doing some physical exercise as well. So what this has resulted in is now I'm bloody hungry all the time, which I've cut out carbs almost completely. I've cut out sugar except in my homemade brew. But yeah, fun times. Last night, Cyril made a speech because he'd been, I don't know, AWOL, absent without leave, for 3 weeks. So he made a 45-minute speech saying essentially nothing except proving that he is, in fact, still alive. Some parts of the country may go into phase 3 lockdown, end of May only. The metropoles seem to be set to stay where we are. We've had 200 and some deaths in 2 months? So yeah, terrible in a country of 35, 39 odd, 55, 59 odd million people. So 200 out of 59 million is a hell of a lot of death. So we must all mourn the dead people, and of course we do. I'm more concerned about the people dying of starvation, malnutrition, infant mortality, mothers dying when they give birth, cancer being undetected, TB being untreated, people struggling to get their ARVs because we have a very high incidence of HIV positive people in the country, businesses closing, parents will not have money to send their kids to decent schools, which means we have to rely on our beautiful government's beautiful schooling system, which, if you're lucky, half the class finishing high school can read, and which obviously is more than you need to be in parliament, but less than you need to do anything, productive. Anyway, enough of a rant. Have a good time and try to actually just tell everybody how stupid lockdowns are worldwide. The thing with the lockdown is your arguments for and against are exactly the same argument. It's going well, low infection rates. Either that means lockdown is working, keep it in, or lockdown is not working, so we need to intensify it. Oh, sorry. Let me just rephrase that. If your infection rates are low, then lockdown is working, so keep it up. If your infection rates are low, lockdown has worked, so no risk, open the economy. Like I said, same argument pro and against. If the infection rate is high, then either lockdown is not working yet, we have to keep it going, or infection rate is high, lockdown wasn't working anyway, we might as well cancel it. So there's this circular bullshit. Fact is, we can't afford lockdown. Fact is, it's not killing many people. Option is, stay the fuck at home if you're old. Most people that are at serious risk of this should be retired already anyway. So they rely on the economy working because if they're lucky, they have retirement savings that are invested in companies. So their retirement savings are worth less by lockdown continuing. If you have to earn a living, then your income is zero. So yeah, rely on your government to feed the kids. Great stuff. There's now a 350 Rand payout that you can apply for if you don't have a job. Wow. I have 2 kids. 5,000 Rand is groceries. And that's not excessive groceries. That's milk for the babies. Yes, I am in the fortunate position where we eat meat every day. But I'm not eating prawns. I can't afford fresh fish. It's 350 Rand is not enough to let you eat a decent diet. And by decent, I don't mean tasty. I mean healthy. 350 Rand a month, will buy you for 50 odd Rand 5 kilograms of pop. Meat in general is about 80 Rand a kilo. Okay, so let's go with 80 Rand a kilo, and let's buy a kilo a week. That's 320. Boom, gone. So you can't buy a kilo of meat a week per family and a bag of pop. 350 doesn't help. Well, it helps, but it doesn't solve. People working can solve. Anyway, that's me for now. Thanks, cheers.